Have you ever met someone who's really good at playing the guitar, playing soccer, or singing and they have never gone to school before? It's so weird because we always ask, how is it possible that someone knows a lot without even studying it? Well, that's called having an ability or possessing an aptitude. And you may be asking, what is an ability or what is an aptitude? In order for you to get rid of those doubts, several topics are going to be explained. Theories regarding second language acquisition. What is aptitude? The types of aptitude, previous studies on language aptitude, and how to develop aptitude in language teaching. Through linguistic history, there has been a variety of theories that describe how languages are acquired. Around the 90s, according to Skihan, the dominance of communicative teaching and acquisition-oriented approaches played a major role. This means that the development of the four different skills, which are listening, reading, writing, and speaking, was more emphasized. Also, research shows that intelligence plays little or no role in determining basic success in oral communication for second language learners. This means that an ability is not going to determine if a learner can acquire or not one language. Moreover, all the theories continue to say that there are not individual differences. One of the major examples is universal grammar, in which, according to Chomsky, all humans possess a language acquisition device in which all knowledge of the language is stored. Last but not least, according to these theories, as propounded for example by Lemberg, the ability to acquire one's first language is largely innate, but exists only during a certain critical period, say during the first 6 or 7 years of life. Aptitude is the ability or natural talent to acquire new information and master a foreign language.
Carroll contributes with 4 divisions of skills. First, phonemic coding ability. It is the capacity to process auditory input in which the learner identifies sounds, internalize them, distinguish sounds, and then produce them. Second, grammatical sensitivity. It is the ability to distinguish grammatical functions of elements, concerned with understand what is the function of words in sentence or phrases, and distinguish them. Third, associative memory. It refers to how are the linguistic items stored and how are they used in output. Besides, appropriate selection of elements may determine fluency. And fourth, inductive language learning ability. It is the capacity to discover rules and make generalizations. It is the key to give a class without explicit instructions.
Additionally, previous studies have been made testing language learners' aptitude. In 2005, Kiss and Nikolov tested the aptitude of 419 young learners, and their findings showed that students with better language performance tended to score higher on the aptitude measure than lower performers, demonstrating that aptitude tests helped predicting the learner's language success. Nevertheless, in 2008, Safar and Karma's study showed that aptitude had a modest power in predicting success in language learning. This study concluded that sometimes aptitude does not determine if a learner will be successful or not. Last but not least, in 2015, Bernat ran a test in 2 different groups, and her findings were that aptitude did not seem to play a role in the core scores of the first group, whereas it did in the scores of the second group. Summing up, the literature shows that even though aptitude seems to be a key factor predicting learner success in language acquisition, it is not accurate to generalize, given that sometimes learners with high language aptitude do not reach to be successful language learners, and other times learners with low language aptitude become successful learners regardless of the test result.
In order to develop aptitude in a classroom, there are some strategies that can be applied. Number 1. Alternate activities. Create a classroom environment in which different exercises and activities are promoted. Number 2. Stick to a plan. If you stick to a plan, your students are going to develop easily through the class. Number 3. Let students practice outside the classroom. Make the students understand that the real world is their workshop. This means practice, practice, practice. Go beyond the classroom.
Summing up, we just covered some theories regarding second language acquisition, the definition of aptitude, the types of aptitude, some studies that have been made testing language aptitude, and how we can develop it in the classroom. And from all this, we can conclude that learners' aptitude for language learning can be of great advantage for us when teaching, given that it provides us with some additional information we can use to enhance our teaching process and ensure our students' learning.